Actually, no, we don't own the rights to this, but I own the person that's singing it. It's actually Baby Girl, one of her old tracks. It's called No Way, and I'm just adding a little bit to the flavor. It's date night. That's what they say. Bad girl, don't wanna live my life no more. If you don't tell me what I am, don't care what you say. It said, don't wanna live my life no more. If you're gonna try to tell me, you're gonna try to tell me who I am. I just thought that was a little fitting for where we at right now.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. It is Friday night, date night. And I hope that many of you are joining in with us and going to share and comment what you're doing with your partner or your family on date night with us.
Remember, date night is not just about couples. It's about individuals, singles, individuals who are just trying to live and enjoy life and be positive. People to people, power to power, positive thinking people. We talk about this. Me and Zena, we've been doing this for over 3 years, and it's been a real good thing for us because it helps us to stay focused on the things that we want to do, to share with each other. Some days it's something she want to do, and I just go along with it because
something that you want to do,
and she just go along with it. But the good thing is on a Friday night is date night. So I just thank everybody that's tuning in with us. We welcome you. It is just such a blessing. God is good. I want to still thank our guests that we had the other day, Pastor Stubblefield, Todd Stubblefield from Alexandria. We had Christian leader Charlotte Shepherd from Maryland, Largo area. And also we had Mr. John Black from Alabama, who joined us as well. And another person who's always right by our side, Miss Rachel Pope. She's always there tuning in. And then guess what? Lady Z. I thank you, because she's always trying to support us and support my dreams. And she's helping me follow the blueprint. It is, it's date night, so before we got our meal right here, so what I want to do is I just want to bless the food real quick so that she can go ahead and eat if she wants to tap in. Father God, we thank you for this opportunity to fellowship together with those who are doing it through this Facebook Live, and for us who are sitting here with our hands joined. We thank you for everything you continue to do for us, and we ask for peace and blessings. We ask for wisdom to be put upon all those that are around us, that we will continue to move forward in a positive way. Help us to be able to find our way with your lead and not our own, and be a blessing to us and show us that you are the one that's in control. We thank you for this food. We thank you for the roof over our head. We thank you for life. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
God is good. So with that said, sweetheart, you can go ahead and enjoy.
Well, I want to share what we're having, and we ask that all of you share in the comments what you're having as well. So we're having a wild salmon baked, and it's buttered rice. We have rice and asparagus. So, give it.
So, and one of the things that we also do that's really helping us as we move forward, we actually, we always cook together. So she'll fix one thing, I'll fix another, or sometimes she'll fix everything, and sometimes I'll fix everything, but it all depends, pretty much what we do is we just try to stay focused and keep moving in the direction of, trying to accommodate our needs and eat healthy. So I'm excited. I always look forward to date night, That's a good time for me because it's time for me to kind of relax my mind and not look at things so aggressively and, you know, enjoy life. So I just want to reiterate some things. I was listening to quite a few things. Different people were talking, and T.I. was speaking. Somebody had sent this to my phone, and he was speaking about just how we are supporting each other, how we are going about doing things right now, and for us to be smart about how we are going to have to change and come together. Because for them to talk about releasing this control and say opening up the salons and the beauty salons, the barbershops and the nail salons and those type things, it was kind of blatantly put out that it was targeted in our area, where most Black Americans seem to go, and we have a tendency to not really sometimes sit back and think rationally when we want to put ourselves out and say, okay, you can't tell me what to do. So, but you need to think about it, and I just listened to something that he had put out, and it was real powerful. And you know, it's almost, I'm not gonna go word for word, but I know that he was saying, yo, I'm not going down like that, you know, and don't be stupid. So I say that to everybody. Make sure that you're at home, taking care of yourself, being smart about this, because people are dying from this, and that is true. The funniest thing that I notice right now is kind of a little lax in a way. You know, they not really pounding at us. And this is a people thing, people to people, right? So when we say that we are being targeted as a black race, okay, some people would agree and say yes, and some people would say no, but I'm just going by, you know, just to use a little common sense. And when you think about it, and this is for other races outside of the Black American race, that this is not a racial thing. It's just using common sense. I can't speak for everybody else, but I'm not stupid, okay? And so I just want you to be safe, and I want you to think about changing the way you do things, making sure that you support one another, and that we are focusing on a positive thing to help us to do what's necessary to survive. We already know how the system is designed, and the system, and let's keep it real, you know, I mean, a black man can get killed and not many people say nothing about it. A little girl, black girl get kidnapped or come up missing, don't nobody follow up behind it. And I don't want to ruin date night and make it so serious, but I just want to make sure that we are just paying attention to what's going on. Let's make changes. Let's focus on being better, helping to develop ourselves. John Black said the other day, he said the best thing we could be doing is reading. And so I made it that somehow enough I'm going to try to have a book close to me every day somewhere that I'm going to read something and start to fill my brain. I'm going to fill my brain up like it's gasoline going in it with words, with knowledge, so that I will be able to help other people to move forward in a positive way. One of the gentlemen that I was really admiring, and his name is Clarence Avon. They call him the Godfather. Some of you have probably heard of him. And the reason why I was listening to a kind of documentary on him, and this man is a straightforward man that has helped many, many people. Now, let me tell you why I thought about that, because why it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I couldn't go to sleep, and I was watching it. I was just inspired to continue to do what I do when we do this real talk. And I want my production company to definitely take off so that I will continue to be able to open doors for people to have the opportunity to show their talents. We'll be mentoring different individuals, young and old, and also help marketing people who are doing different things, like Pastor Todd, his book. That was amazing conversation that we were talking about about the book that he has, and sometimes here what will happen is I'll go to a point where my mind will start getting blind, getting caught up because I'm trying to slow down and just stay focused. But if he's watching, I want him again to put the name of his book out so that we can support it. Also, Charlotte Shepard, his book as well, checking in. And I know it was, I wanted to say that it was something that they're unthinkable, but do you remember what the title was? I know I got it written down, but it's okay. It's okay, babe. We, you know, yeah. Go ahead. So,
this is one with Charlotte.
no, for Pastor Stubblesville. Yeah. So, the things that's just been on my mind is just how are we going to keep continuously moving forward, and what are we going to do to better our lives and to help us to get better at what we're doing. And I'm asking people, you know, to also go to YouTube, subscribe. It's not going to cost you anything because you're going to see as we move forward, things will get better. Alice, I did get your message, and you suggest that we do Zoom. It's funny, but this location that we're in, sometimes it's hard for us to go in and out or get people to chime in with us, and we tried it. So we're working with that. So hopefully by next week we're going to be in a position to be able to have that to take place, so that people would not just have to look at me or just me and Zena when we're on here together, but we'll be able to have our guests to be able to chime in. You'll be able to see them as well. I'm not quite sure what the problem is, but sometimes we have those technical problems with the internet and so forth, and we've had that since we've been here. I can guarantee you that once this COVID virus thing is passed and we're able to move around, then you will hear what PTP, people to people, power to power, positive thinking people are doing, along with one of my associates and partners, Darlene Smith from Praise Storm Productions. We will be moving forward and making things happen. So remember I mentioned again Clarence Avery, right? Avon. And the reason why I mentioned him because he's a powerful man. They call him the Godfather, and everybody, you need to watch that documentary. He's liked by everybody. He can go talk to the mafia. He can go talk to the president. Some of them anyway. He can talk to all the music artists. He was responsible for bringing a lot of people together. And we all have to have somebody that we want to either mimic or look up to or whatever. And after I watched the documentary, I admired this man. Straightforward, no cut cards. He always wanted to bring the best out of people, bring people together. Rachel Pope said that she's the godmother, and she mentioned his name the other day to me, and I was so tickled because she said it before I said anything to her, and then she mentioned the Godfather, Clarence Avon, and I was like, oh man, this dude is the dude I was watching the other night. So yes, I do want to mimic him, be a gentleman who is going to be able to open doors for different people and help people. So the name of the book is Committed to the Unthinkable. Committed to the Unthinkable by Pastor E. Todd Stubblesfield. Okay, so remember that. Purchase the book. Come on, we gotta do this. We gotta help us keep wearing this. Any one of us out here doing some things, and I don't know if I still have that other information. I think I do with that young lady also. Gabriel, is that that was Gabriel?
Gabriel.
Natural hair and color stylist. She natural hair only. Her number was 347-549-9280. Also, don't forget about Hands in Motion in Old Town Alexandria. Miss Gwen Pratt, who's an amazing hairdresser, and a very, very dear good friend of mine I grew up with, and she became a very good friend to my wife as well. I just want to know that there's several people I know that have business. Alice has her own consulting business. Tina Carl, she is also, I don't know if she's a consultant person, but I know she has her own business as well. And anybody else that's out there that you are trying to get some exposure, I don't have no problem with telling people and sharing the information. So please let me know. If you are joining us live, feel free to put your information on it. It doesn't bother me. I don't want anything negative on my page. I'm not a racist. No, I'm not. I love America. I love everybody. I just don't like racism. I don't like nobody who's trying to make me look stupid, and I don't want you to make my black family look stupid either. And I'm sure that if I was a white man, I'll feel the same way. But we all have to learn how to get along and live and move in a way where we move together. When I was in the Marine Corps, they always told us it was just one color. It was green when we was out trying to protect this country. And many times when we were in different areas, running through the jungle or whatever, believe me, I didn't look over at a white guy and say, hey, white, I saw a Marine. And the same thing with me. And so I'm talking about that as well. So I know I've been real serious. Let me kind of loosen up a little bit.
Well, we got a few people that are on. Kimberly Wilson,
Yeah,
Kimberly Lynch.
Yeah.
She says, hello, fam. Mark Direct, good afternoon. Mr. John Black.
Mr. John Black,
yes,
welcome.
There is no life like the good life. Enjoy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Rachel Pope, hello, family. Who else we have there? I have a few more. Let me look here.
Yeah. So I'm just excited. You know, I noticed I know not a lot of people trying to figure out. Okay, why should I be on watching live? Let me tell you something. What I did notice. I get phone calls. Oh, let me stop. I got to send out my condolences to the Belk family. A very dear friend of mine, and when I say dear, he's like family in a way, because really he's like family. Us from Old Town Alexandria, we are like family. When one of us pass away, it hurts and it hits home. Dino Belk. I send my condolences to his family, to my goddaughter, that is her uncle. And I know that when someone loses someone close to them, it is something that they have to deal with. And right at this time, for anybody to lose anyone is really devastating. So to the Belts family, his sister Cheryl, I send my deepest condolences to them, to my goddaughter, and he has a little girl and a wife, and I just hope that God will put his hands around them and protect them during this time that they will be grieving his passing on. But I look at it like this: we all are born and we gonna die. Every last one of us. Rich, poor, black, white, it don't matter. Smart to dummies, everybody. If you have life in you, eventually you're gonna transition. And in that process, it is very important how we go about it and what we do between that time. And I would highly suggest that you focus and be right with God, have your spirit in the right way, so that while you're moving forward, that you would be able to feel comfortable to leave some type of legacy behind you that'll be positive, that will help those that may still be moving through the life journey and need some guidance. So I really think that, all of us make room for change, and let's pay attention to what's going on around us. I'm going to, every now and then, you can jump in whenever you want, because I want to sneak in and give me a little bit of food in my mouth.
Yes, well, I'm just going to give a few more people. I see Princetta. She says hello from Palm Beach, Coast, Florida.
Okay.
Very good friend of ours, Rachel's as well. Lynn Nelson, hello, Grimes. Lynn Nelson's, it was committed to the unthinkable. This is she's giving us the pastor's name of the book. Sam Wright. Marquita. She's here. Hello, Marquita. Thanks for watching. She's doing hair, but she is sharing in on our date night doing hair. Okay, so.
and I also see my goddaughter. She's in. I love you, Keena, so much.
Keena.
Yeah, you inspire me, my love. I tell you, it's so many people that do. I just be so thankful that I've had the opportunity, if I was to die today or tomorrow, that I've been able to be in your presence and do something positive. Let me explain something to you, everybody. Y'all have to help each other. We got to lift up. You know, if I am a success at this and move forward, that is a door open for many, many people to come and say, look, Rodney, my child needs some help here. Can you put them in the program? Can you help them by your production? Can you bring them on Real Talk? Because we are actually going to be, once things are moving forward, I promise you, you're going to see the whole studio set up, changing where we're going to be able to bring guests in, and I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. I promise you that. I'm a man that, you know, I'm not afraid to try anything. And once I pray over it, I just keep it moving because God put it in my spirit and say, Rodney, you keep going. As long as I know that I'm doing it from my heart, and I mean no harm and negative intent to anybody, then I'm going to do what I do, and I'm going to do it with confidence and keep it moving. People to people, me, you, and them, power to power. That's the power that we can give each other or let other people have over us, and positive thinking people. If all of us be positive thinking people, guess what? We're going to be happy people, happy neighbors. How about that, right?
That's right.
Who is that? Brenda. She's from.
Run a minute from South Carolina.
Yeah.
Married by one of my besties.
Yeah. How you doing, Brenda? I love you, babe. Yeah. I'm hoping that down in South Carolina, y'all spreading the word and have them to join in with us, because this is not. I told you, I'm not a preacher. No, I'm not. I'm a motivational speaker, but I do not fear anything. I do not fear anything when I know that I put God in it. See, so that's something that my mom instilled in me, my grandmother, my grandfather, my aunts. I came from a praying family, and I've seen the blessings over and over and over, the power of God on how He has blessed my family. I have a cousin that's a pastor, Pastor Diane Haskins, the Assembly of the Saints. An amazing woman. Yes. You should be checking her out on Sunday when she be doing her broadcast on live on YouTube.
And I actually posted on my page as well, so you can watch it from there.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just a few other people. I'm going to do a shout out to Nesto. Nesto is one of the growing individuals. When I say growing, I know that he is just opening his heart spiritually to God, and he assists my cousin, and he's my family as well. And the reason why I brought him up, because he's always helping people.
Hold on.
So,
okay.
All right. So,
and also, my mother is on. Hi, Mom. She's watching along with us, and so glad to have you here. I love you so much. And we have Rachel on the line.
okay. You don't want any of this, do you?
Just a little bit.
Y'all, hey, you know,
That's good.
you know when you eating that dinner, sometimes it don't matter what you're doing. You want to make sure you got that flavor on it. You know what I mean? Hey, Miss Rachel, how you doing?
Hey, little one, little bird.
How are you?
Oh, girl, I'm about to stuff my face.
Oh, you're sharing in with us. So what are you having?
Well, we actually have a Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
Well, every day is Thanksgiving.
My baby cooked all the food, the turkey, the
Oh.
stuffing, the macaroni, the cheesy broccoli.
Wow.
What else over there? What's that? Apple cider and toast and wine.
Well, hey, wait a minute. I don't know. We might got to save a little room. That sounds like we need to come over there when y'all at.
Oh, he did it. We thought you would come in another way, give you a visual of the toast.
Yeah, I was trying.
Yeah, again, we still having some difficulties with the when we come on to Facebook with this laptop and trying to top people in.
Yes.
You know, and I'm not going to. I don't know what the problem is, but you know,
Right.
It just
we-
won't jump in.
yeah, we'll be working on it. I know a lot of people want to know why we haven't been FaceTiming with people and using Zoom and stuff like that. But for some reason, when we try, it doesn't work out like we wanted. So we don't want to keep trying to do this while we're doing live. And
Exactly.
you know what I mean? So.
Yes, I do. But you're doing a good job. And I just want to, have you have anything to say to the little birds on the other end?
The great chef Sam.
How you doing, my brother? How's everything with you?
Very well, thank you.
Well, I see y'all over there. Y'all over there enjoying that nice dinner. That's something that all of us should be doing about right now. Just relaxing, and it's date night, you know, getting a little sip in.
Yes.
Well, everybody should treat the
Y'all can
Bible says, like Thanksgiving, be thankful every day for the family that's still with you and alive and well.
How about that?
Because a family member will never be with you forever. So, you know, while they're alive, bring them flowers while they're alive. Don't wait till they're gone and deliver flowers.
Amen. Amen.
I love that, Sam.
For their presence.
We must enjoy our family members that are here. That is so true.
Yes.
And I mean, I feel so blessed that I put a little business out there. I have my mom with me. She's resting right now, but I'm a mama's boy, and so you know I'm so happy my mama with me right now that you know I'm trying not to get on her nerves, running it back and forth in the room, asking her what she wants and stuff. she be looking at me like I'm okay, you know. But that's my queen, and I just love her so much, and I just thank her. So Sam, you're right. Everybody, you know, and this is not just for your moms and dads, but sisters and brothers, and nieces and nephews. Hey, like I just said, we just lost a dear good friend, and Dino Belt. And not long ago, Charles Wormley, and you know, it's some other people that we're lost, and it's just sad that we're at this time where we can't grieve like we really want to. But what we can do is we can try to show love to one another and change how we treat each other right now. Those who are still here and alive, you know.
We just had a death in our family. He was buried yesterday. So you're absolutely right. I couldn't make it down there because of the situation we're in. But it's sending love and inspiration to the family, you know, by phone call or FaceTiming. So yes, whatever you can do, just make a call to say hello and I love you.
Yeah.
It's the simplest thing, free thing to do, you know, and to make the attention the right way, you know.
Well, you know, again, like I want to do some shout outs. Let me tell you something. Lynn Nelson, sweetheart, I love you. I thank you so much for your support. What you've been doing, you've been giving me names to people to check in with. And I know that you are dealing with something personal. That's not my place to put your business out there, but I know you are because you kind of shared it the other day. But my prayers and my heart is with you. But what's more with you is that you are inspiring me to be a better me. So Lynn, I pray for you and I thank you. And that goes for everybody else that's out there that's been supporting me. I'm telling you, I pray for you every day and night. And when I open my eyes up in the morning, I just thank God that I have another opportunity to try to do something to help some other people. All I'm asking people to do is to go YouTube Live, to subscribe, help build up our ratings.
And it doesn't cost you anything.
It doesn't cost you anything. We also, you know, we've been putting out there too. This is not no church service or nothing like that. But if you want to cash out some blessings to us, that's fine too. Because I do that as well. As we said, we've been kind of caught up in this little situation moving around. We will. I promise you, we're going to be doing some giveaways. I'm still in that idea from my sweetheart, Miss Rachel Pope. she's always doing that. Who's happened to be here conversating with us as well, and enjoying her date night dinner with her king, Sam, and so we're going to be working on that. Next week we'll start coming on Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Just Monday, Thursday, and Friday. That's going to give us time to start to get ourselves together. I did decide to still do Monday because Monday will. I think I can try to be a positive influence on people to get their week started, and at the same time, some people can be a influence in my life to help me get jump start as well. So for everybody who's just starting to come in, again, we just thank you, Duan, my cousin. Welcome, my brother. I love you. I was talking to Mama about you today. And you and Walter, and we're talking about some of our other family members, and I appreciate your support, my brother, and mad love and respect to you. I really appreciate y'all supporting my brother Malik. Welcome, my brother Malik. I love you, man.
Helena Wood.
That's little mama. How you doing? Hey, darling.
Danielle Bryce.
Okay, Danielle Bryce. Yes, Danielle. Yeah.
Danielle, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Nicole Smith.
Nicole. Bonnie Ross. Hey, Bonnie. How you doing? Welcome.
Cheryl Henderson.
We got Lisa Lucas. Come on now. Hey. This is what it's all about. Let me tell y'all right again. So as soon as this thing is lifted up, we'll have the celebration of praise going on at the Lee Auditorium. I have some amazing artists that's going to be performing. I got one gentleman coming in from New York. I'm not going to start calling the names back out because things may change a little bit. But hopefully, the lineup that we had planned, we'll still be able to continue with that. But and I'm going to make sure that many of y'all are going to be able to meet Rachel Pope in person. And reason why, because Rachel has been doing this. I mean, I've been in Zena's life for now over 12 years. This lady is like, she is like the godmother. We was talking about the godfather. She's like the godmother here. She will connect anybody with no reservations, not trying to ask for anything other than to move in a positive direction. And I say that for everybody that continue to support Real Talk with Rodney Grimes. Let me tell you something. I would do nothing but continue to try to be the best I can be to make sure that we are being a blessing to all those around us. I promise you that. See, I know that if I do not conduct myself accordingly, God will remove my desire to do this. And John Black from Alabama said the other day, he said, if you ain't doing something and you're not doing it with a smile on your face, basically what he said, you in the wrong field. Mm-hmm. Isn't that right, Rachel?
Yeah.
So,
he sure did.
And Rachel, you yourself, I mean, when I see you doing your artwork and everything, I just get so tickled because you do it with a lot of love and joy as well.
You enjoyed that last night, didn't you?
Yes,
That
I
was
did.
so much fun.
I had so much fun with y'all. I was trying to keep a straight face and read the comments too. And I did. Look, I did a production. He was asleep.
He was out.
And the
Production was not down. But I enjoyed y'all, and I hope you learned something from me. Share the history of the young lady.
Oh yes.
And
I try to find her. I really try to find her.
And the fact that she's still living. And
she's still living. The last performance, it was in her 90s.
Yeah.
That's on YouTube. You
Rachel,
can look her up.
tell them who you're talking about. For those that
I am
didn't
speaking
tune.
of Eleanor Ruth Collins.
Eleanor Ruth
And
Collins.
yesterday was International Jazz Day, and that was my reason for doing that. Because she was acknowledged being the first black jazz singer
Yes.
So she decided to sing for whoever she could while she was still taking care of her family. United States tried to get her to do so many things, but she turned them down because of family. She had to take care of her babies.
Well, that's one of the things that we in America, and again, sometimes people will perceive when I speak certain things. I'm not being racist, but I have to speak as a black man because I am a black man. We need to support each other and change the way we're doing things so that we support our ancestors and elders who paved the way for us. That we'll make sure our businesses are becoming very successful. And Rachel, I know I cut in on you. But it's when my mind going on something, I kind of try to get it out there.
I know.
Now let me tell you something that we better think about. Here's a time where we're at home now, where we have to slow down, not because you want to, but because you have to. Have to because of more than one reason. And more so because you're trying to protect your health and your life and your loved ones, right?
Right.
But what are you doing to make a difference for tomorrow that's going to change the way you're doing things? We better start concentrating on saving money for times like this.
Yes.
And it was a message out that Obama was trying to tell us this while he was in office. Somehow or another, I know that somebody knew about this already. Who? But this is nothing that just popped up.
Oh, no.
And when we talk about the way things are going around, look at how people are conducting themselves and then telling us what to do to put us out there so that we will be the first set of guinea pigs for them to find out if we're going to be stupid enough to fall for the okie doke and go back out in the street. That's crazy.
Stay home.
Yeah.
Stay home. Use your masks. Use the gloves. And listen, what I'm saying is watch. We look at the whole America. Look at the whole America. Let me tell you something. If you see different people out, like I said, on the golf course, and they running around doing those things on the tennis courts and all that type stuff, all that, where it's not a lot of people, and you see them starting to do that, maybe you might want to think about going to get your hair cut. But until then, what you better do is you better lay back in the cut. Because if you're running out there because you get that build up inside because you can't move like you want to, it could cost you your life.
Yes.
It could cost your life, your family life, making the wrong decisions.
Yeah.
Because in their feelings or whatever. But the people need to be having a forward thinking mindset to think further down the road, just like our ancestors did.
Right. And they're gonna
They will think that way.
Yeah. See, that's the one thing that really gets me. When we say certain things, we're limited the way we can say it because, of course, we don't own our own Facebook. Tyler Perry just got the studio where he's able to do some major things. But let me tell you something. In this country, if you do things blatantly against certain individuals, they'll shut you down. But what you have to do is you got to start learning how to build within your own neighborhood, build your own family members. Talk to your children. Tell them they don't have to just go to school to get education to go work for somebody. Tell them to start their own business. If your son or daughter is able to draw, then nourish that. If they can sew, if they can write, and to give them that encouragement to move forward. And a lot of you that's out there, and remember, go back and look at the things that you love to do. You don't want to die going to a 9 to 5, and you don't love it. Now, if you love your job more, do what you do. I really like my job, but I love doing production. I love doing production. That's my passion, and I'm a professional photographer. And I love that as well. So what I'm saying is that we got to take the time to do what we do to make sure that we are building and helping each other.
Yes.
We got to help each other. We got to make
Can
sure.
I say something?
Go ahead.
I would like for the people who already have businesses, and if the businesses require for people to be in person, face to face or whatever, strategize to find a way that you can do it online and have more people. Our people need to support our own folks. Start doing that. Even if they got to meet you somewhere and still be 6 feet apart to deliver, support one another.
Yeah.
And Rodney and Dee, I want to thank you for my markers.
You're welcome.
Something similar as that, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because, that helps me to continue my artistry in designing. Whatever I use those markers for. Something similar as that. I myself don't require as much. Okay? Simplify my life. Learn to grow your own food. That's the other thing.
And
you heard that?
Speaking of that, thank you for the plants that you brought to us. And you're not going to believe how, I guess you would.
They growing.
They are growing. And you just bought them, the other day?
Yeah, you dropped them off.
Yeah.
They have grown just that quickly.
You're going to have to put it in another pot. The bean, those are starters. So, yes, they grow crazy. So tomorrow we'll be playing in the dirt and put them in bigger pots because they're going to grow bigger to produce the beans and the onions. But I want to say this before y'all go because I'm looking at the time. Today's word, Rodney, you're always on point. It says, break through the wall. It says, I can do all things in Christ which strengthen me. Philippians 4:13. That confirms what we need to do.
Amen. Hey, well, you know what? One of the things I will continue to do is I will continue to keep God in my life and keep moving forward. I'm asking everybody, to join in, help us to do better. If Alice is still on, I thank you for your suggestions. Rachel, everything that you suggest, we do it. Mr. Black, I definitely absorbed everything that you was talking about, but let me say this. We as a people, we have to make a difference, okay? And we have to make a difference, and we got to stop looking down on each other.
Yeah.
Why would people, you know what really gets me? I got a lot of people that probably look at me and say, well, who are you to want us to support you? Well, the reason why, I'm not afraid to try. I'm not afraid to get out there. I can stand in a crowd of 3, 4, 500 people and tell them that I'm a proud black man and that I believe in those people whom I support. I believe in the writers and the singers and dancers, praise dancers and the gospel singers and the actresses and actors. I believe in those people that comes from where I live. And if we're going to try to do anything, what y'all going to have to do is you have to remember this. If you want to see opportunities grow for yourself and other people, you got to support the opportunity. Yeah. You can't just look at me and judge me. My nephew said yesterday, I was reading out his book, you can't be throwing a stone at me and talking about me and my journey and you not doing anything. If you working on your journey, then call me and let's work together. Let us get where we're going to support one another. Yes. But don't look at me and think that I'm not crazy. I've always been like this. I've always been a man to try to be productive ever since I was a young man. My grandmother's the one started me doing this stuff. I was doing plays. I was going around with my grandmother. My mom always made me have to recite on Easter Sunday. I had to get up on the stage and recite some poem that I had to learn that was killing me. With that little brown little jacket on and that little bow tie. You remember you had the same little suit that you had to wear when you dressed up, they never let you play in that suit, because that was the same suit that you wore every Easter for maybe about 2 or 3 years until you grew out of it. But you know, I remember those days. You know, I had to come home. My mom would say, "Yo, did you learn your Easter poem or whatever you have to recite?" And she would make us sit down and do that. And that's what got into my blood system. And so I'm a man that I like helping people. I like to see people develop. You know, and I've always been like that. I remember some time ago, somebody, I'm not going to call his name, he saw me. And I got to tell this story. So I was doing production, and we was doing real good, man. I mean, I was doing real well with all my artists. I had about 20 artists at the time. We was moving around different days. And then something happened that my finances got screwed up and my life was all in a shamble. And so I was standing in this line at Christ Church in Old Town, Alexandria, because I needed to pay my rent. So I had told Zena, I said, maybe if I go to Christ Church, I could go and see if I could get them to help us pay the rent. I never forget that. So I had to be there about 5:30 in the morning because the line was long. And most of the people who were standing in the line were people who had drug problems or some type of other problem. Not everybody, but a lot of them that I saw. And I was standing there, and then this one person said, "Oh, look at Mr. Rodney Grimes. Look who's in the line." And when he said that to me, I felt so put down, because it seemed like it was an opportunity for him to see me struggling. But I came back to the car. I broke down crying like a baby. I never forget that. I broke down crying, and Zena was like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "You know, babe, I had to humiliate myself. I had to go down to a different level just so that I can make sure I can take care of us." You remember that?
I remember.
And I said, and he's supposed to be my friend, which he still is, but he took that opportunity to kick me while I was down. Now, one of the things I said to him, believe it or not, I might be down, but I'm not dead. And that meant, just watch me, I'll be on my way back, and I'm coming to do exactly what I need to do. So, you know, I just really take this opportunity to say thank you for everybody who support me. And I'm going to say something else. You know, I notice a lot of people, right? Okay, do production, do whatever you're doing, but you know something? We got to come together. I have made phone calls to people. I'm asking people, yo, come on, let's pull together. But see, let me tell you something what happens up here in Washington, D.C., in Virginia, in the DMV. We're like the crab in the pot.
Yes.
We don't want to support each other. Everybody want to do their own thing.
Yeah.
How many people are calling and saying, Rodney, okay, well, I can do this and that, and we're going to do it to make sure that you get more numbers. If you're not really trying to have a talk show, then you should be in a position where you be saying like, okay, well, let's help motivate this situation so we can move forward. But what we do in this area, we'll talk about each other before we help each other. And that's why most of the people, when they get some kind of status, they move away. But we got to change that. We got to change it. We can have it right here. I did what we call the DMV Best of the Best at the Showplace Arena. Okay? And let me tell you something. I'm the only guy, and you can check this out. I'm the only guy. I put over 40 to 50 acts on stage, unsigned artists, at the Showplace Arena. Okay? It was 2009. Okay? And let me tell you something. I never forget this one guy. He got up on the stage and he said, whoever did this, he a dummy. It cost me $40,000. Nobody really know that, but it did. $40,000. But if it had went well and we had stuck together, I'd have walked away with over $500,000. See, but all the people was looking at me. I had a few guys that was trying to chump me, coming up to me and telling me, well, if you want my support, you got to guarantee me $20,000. When he didn't give me a penny. They was more happy to see me fail than to see me succeed. When they don't know, hey, that money came out of my pocket. And some of those artists that were performing, still perform today, when they see me, they be like, man, thank you, Pops. That's what they call me. Say, thank you, Pops, for helping me, man. Thank you for that opportunity. And if you don't believe me, you can go on to YouTube again. Put in the DMV Best of the Best. It was under Black Beauty. That they was actually, I actually was the one that was hiring them to video the event, and so they put it in the name. That's okay. I ain't mad at them. God is what it, it is what it is. But I know who was the man that paid for everything, and I know who was the one that did that. And so I'm saying, if we're gonna make a difference, we got to learn how to support each other. We really got to be able to do that and stop being so selfish. Because you want to laugh at me because I'm trying to do something, you should be laughing at yourself, not supporting me. If I was out here, I got a phone call from somebody today. They called me about my homeboy dying, and when they said, they laughed when it was, they was laughing because I got my talk live, like it's a joke. But guess what? It's not a joke. This is real. So with that said, to everyone that tuned in, I say thank you. Go ahead, Rachel. I hear you trying to chime in.
Yeah, I hear John Black in my ear because don't even focus on them. Because you know what? They doing you so good because that's promoting you. Spiritually promoting you of them doing what they do.
Well, I say this. It's not that I just believe that, when we stick together, we really, really can make a difference. And I want to see that happen. I want to see that happen for us. And so I'm excited so much that, I thank God for the opportunity to do this. I don't care about, I've never been one. I don't do no running from nobody. I don't start no fights, but I don't do no running. I ain't running from nobody. So, when I look at, you can look at me and say, oh, he crazy for trying to do this? No. It's my blueprint. T.I., Snoop Dogg, Dougie Fresh, Curtis Blow, we can go Slick Rick. All of them was probably guys like me, or probably less fortunate than I was, and look at where they are today. They started somewhere. And I'm sure that a lot of people laughed at them and said, oh man, what you think you're gonna be a famous rapper? But I bet you in the long run, I listened to Tyler Perry talking one time when he was saying how when he was struggling to get people to come support his plays, that a lot of them wouldn't come. He said one time he put all his money into a play and there was only 3 people in the audience. And he was sleeping in his car. And he said this was funny, so I forget where it was, but it was somewhere not here. So what he did, then he took his play and brought it to another city and sold it out. Sold it out in another city. And see, that's what I'm talking about. With us here in the DMV, let's stop being so negative. Let's stop being that crab in the pot. Let's keep lifting each other up. I should, I should be having thousands and thousands of people, as many people as I know. And I know, Mr. Black, you probably going to tell me, don't do this, Rodney, don't do it. But I'm going to do it anyway because sometimes my wife tell me she don't never know what I'm going to say. But, I'm really wanting to get off of Facebook. I got close to 4,000 and some friends on one page. And on another page, I got about 3,000 and some people, right? And I'm not selling drugs. I'm not robbing and stealing and beating people down. I'm not giving unwanted information. I'm trying to help people move forward. People to people, power to power, positive thinking people. And, it's no reason that I should not be in a position where I'm being lifted up. Now, I understand what you mean, John Black. You said concentrate on my journey, and I'm going to do that.
Concentrate on your content.
I understand. But at the same time, I just worry about those fools that are laying back in the cut doing nothing to make a better tomorrow. Because if they're going to be in tomorrow, why not be in the tomorrow where you got your people there to help open the door for you? Your people that you can come to and say, I need a job. Your people that you're going to see that they have nice hair salons and barbershops overflowing with success. We're going to see not the Orientals putting these restaurants in our neighborhoods with bars up, not even talking to us. I know where, I wish I knew the name of this one place. It's in D.C. This one store is on the corner down by the Marine Corps Barracks. Yeah, I'm going to say it. These Oriental people are so nasty to us when we come in there. They're so nasty to us. But the problem is sometimes you right there and you need something, so you're going there. And they got this big glass up. And I remember the lady was real rude to me. And I wanted to, you don't even know what I wanted to say. I was like, yo, I made it a point to try not to even go back in there to give her my money. But everybody that came in that door was black. Majority of them. And they was being mean to us. And I'm like, when are we going to start to understand? We have to make a difference. We got to make a difference. We got to support each other. Yeah. Stop sitting back and trying to find reason to look down on somebody. Why you want to look down on me because I'm trying to do it? If I was selling crack to you, that's when you should be looking down at me. If I was selling heroin and all this stuff, trying to get you to stick that poison in your arm, that's when you should be looking down on me. That's when you should be looking down on me.
Okay, Rodney.
I'm sorry.
Rodney,
yes.
take a deep breath to your heart. I have something to say to you.
Yes.
And to everyone that's listening. And be aware of this. Be mindful of this. Because there's so many different kind of people out there. Okay?
Uh-huh.
And you truly care so much for everybody. And I do too. But Black set me down and told me, don't volunteer to be a victim. Okay? Because you got to realize you got to take care of you and those around you that you love. All right?
Mm-hmm.
You got followers. You got leaders. You got those in between don't know which way to go. And then you got to break it down even further than that to those that don't know where to go, because of the way they were raised. They probably were raised in a negative environment, got beat up and stuff, and don't know the right direction. But you need to focus on your content that you're giving to the public, that you're talking right now, for people to pull together and help one another. Those are the people, when they see what you're preaching, put it out there, and people come together. Those people that are sitting on the sidelines will see that you made a difference. And maybe if we pray over them, they might turn around and join you.
Yeah.
As the best leader that you got in the group or whatever you create out there.
Yeah.
But, we for those people, like you were talking about the numbers of people you got as friends, some of the lies, but I ain't concerned about that anymore because, I touch whoever I can touch.
Yeah.
Whatever someone comes in, even if it's just one soul of me touching and making a difference in their life, that means a lot. And by you doing this live on Facebook or wherever you do or make your speech, you always going to touch somebody that's willing to hear with their heart. And I say that for a reason when I say that. So It's intentional and it's coming from the right place.
Yes. And I appreciate that so much. So please forgive me, sometimes I do get real sentimental about it. Because I want to see us develop and I want to see us move in a direction where we are really, really being blessed. We are very, very powerful people. When we want to do something and we come together, we are unstoppable. If we think about it, why is it that all of a sudden we are targeted? And not all of a sudden, but in this world, we're targeted more than anybody. And sometimes I hope I'm not wrong, but I used to ask God, what do we do? I was like, God, what do we do wrong? Why do they keep wanting to treat us like crap? Why they want to exterminate us? They want to get rid of us. Why? And then one day God told me, he said, you know something? Hey, when you are made in my image, when you are really close to what I put out for perfection, then you understand. And I realized that. I'm not saying that you know, I'm the ultimate black man in a race. I'm not saying all black men are the ultimate men of the world, but I do know one thing. Anything that we get into, when we want to dominate it, we do. Tennis, golf, and luckily we ain't really trying to do hockey. And I don't think they want us to do that because they allow you to fight. So I don't think they want us in there, you know. But, you know, just think about it. I mean, for real, anything that we do, we excel to a whole different level. And that ought to tell us something. So everybody that is tuning in, please remember, it's people to people, power to power, positive thinking people. People to people, that's me, you, and them. The power we possess, the power they possess, and the power that we can have when we bring power together. Okay? And if you're a positive thinking person, what happens? You get positive results. We all got to remember that. Let's lift each other. And if it's anybody out there that needs some mentoring, you got a young kid that's having a problem, whatever, I offer my services. I'm going to tell you something. I don't do it for money, but I've been paid many, many times to do it. But I will do it for free if I know that this is going to help some young person have a better tomorrow. I will do it unconditionally with giving up everything from my spirit, because I will pray over it first and come with nothing but good intention. I can say that very, very well within my soul because I know my intentions. With that said, I thank everybody that joined in.
Rachel, thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. I love you, baby.
Joining in and sharing your dishes with us, Sam. Awesome cook. We're gonna toast. We're gonna toast to you.
Hey,
This is.
Hey, he's sleeping.
that's
Oh,
okay.
wow.
That's what happens when you cook. Hey, Rachel. Rachel, this is me and Zena
We're
toasting to you,
Sam.
and we saying we love you.
We love you.
And I'm telling you, everybody out there, you know, let's continue to move forward. Let's do what we got to do, and for everybody that's going through some troubled times, put God first. Lean on Him. My grandma, my mom always said the 23rd Psalm. It'll put you right where you need to be. You don't have to say nothing else. Just read that, and believe me, it'll make a difference in your life. And I continue to do that 100%. So with that said,
we didn't get to.
We're gonna make a toast.
Yeah, you toasting with us?
We have a glass of.
Well,
All right.
this is a toast to everyone.
This is to everyone that joined in. Hey,
And forgive us if we didn't get to name. It's a lot of you on. We didn't get to.
my cousin
get to,
Vera,
Karen
Tracy,
Johnson,
Margot,
keep going.
Karen.
Vera, Larry, Malik. Of course,
Oh, yeah, we
him.
said Malik. My son Lewis.
Oh, hey, Lewis. He's
My son
on.
Lewis. Donna.
Diane Hooks.
Teresa.
Oh, Taria, our niece. Hi, Taria.
Oh, that's
Thank you
Taria.
for joining.
Okay.
Taria. Is that Sparkle?
Michelle
Choir?
Roy.
Roz Redmond. Stephanie, what is that? Amanique.
Stephanie Amanique.
Michelle Roy. Antoinette Carter. And Makita. Thank you again. She
Sam,
says we absolutely
my
need to
baby.
Well, Marquita says we absolutely need to support each other in this community.
Yes, we do.
So true.
And my cousin Vera, you said we used to come around your grandma's house and she could play that piano. My grandmother sure could, didn't she? My grandmother was amazing. My grandmother, let me tell you something else about my grandmother. My grandmother used to always help the community one way or the other. My grandmother used to teach people how to crochet. My grandma was
Something I've always wanted to learn.
And believe it or not, I know how to do it. I haven't did it in a long time, but because I only know how to
told me that.
Yeah, I know how to crochet. Actually,
You know how to crochet?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
yeah, my
I
grandma.
know how to crochet.
Well, I can't make no hat or nothing, but I know how to do
Get it
like
started,
I know how to get it started. My grandmother showed me
I
that.
can teach you.
Yes.
I don't want to.
I want to know. You can teach me.
And my one of my older sisters, she crochet well. My sister Kim Grimes.
Yeah.
She can crochet. She's amazing. She actually was up under my grandmother. My grandmother when they go back to that, you know, that was again, like I said, how my grandmother really instilled. She just instilled so much positive energy in me, and my grandfather as well. Hey, we got Sharon Smith Moots is on.
Oh, hi, Sharon.
Hey, Sharon, how you doing? Sharon is also the lady that has the do the face mask and the garments that match. Miss Sharon, you need to get in touch with me because
yes,
what I want to do.
On you as well.
We want to. I'm a professional photographer, so I want to shoot some of your stuff for you free of charge. It's okay. Don't worry about it. If it's going to promote you and help you move forward,
Yes.
I would definitely do that. So you can hold me to it. I said it publicly. I will do a photo shoot for you free of charge just to help you so that you'll be able to move forward.
Tay and Sam.
Yeah, those my babies.
Here. Are you all having date night with us? What are you having? You're supposed to share. Wilhelmina. What is that? Brewer.
Oh, and Eric.
Wine is a senior.
We got Lisa and Yossi.
Cheryl Fleming.
And Kathy McKnight again, my sweetheart. Remember, Kathy was another one we had on the show last week. Kathy is Born for Better for domestic violence. Remember, you know, go back and check out some of the shows if it's anybody out there that's struggling, having any issues. What was you saying, Rachel?
I need to call,
Kathy?
was it Kathy?
Kathy McKnight.
Yeah, I need to go back and find her number. I need to call her.
Okay.
I have some clothes.
Well, we'll make sure that if you don't find her number, I'll make sure you get it.
Right. Hey, and I got a little surprise. Guess who else is on? Kim.
What? Huh?
Kim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kim, dear.
How you doing? Welcome. Welcome, Kim. Hey, this is what I do outside of my other thing. But anyway, I'm glad you joined in. Welcome. Please know that it's people, power to power, power to thank people. This is something that we're doing, and it's like amazing. I just take the joy in doing this, and you know, so everybody that's been joining in, hey, all we're going to see is this thing move to a different direction. Also, I want to remember to thank Joe Coleman, my guest last week from the Platters. He's now have his group that they are doing some other things, and as soon as the Carlisle is open back up there, go back performing.
And we want to have all of you to come and join us.
We're gonna make sure we get a sellout for him, because we want to also bring the group and put them on a stage where we're going to show them that we're going to support them. Remember G Money, who called in and was talking with us from New York. This brother here is another one like the Godfather. I would call him the Godson, because he's well connected with all the individuals. He was the one that had me connected with many people, Slick Rick, Dougie Fresh. I was able to get through, and I met them. And Curtis Blow, we got... Curtis Blow was through somebody else. These people were definitely supporters when we were doing production. They came out on different occasions. We had a lot of time to network with them. I can go to name quite a few other individuals. I remember Mike Bivens, when we were networking with him, doing some stuff when he was looking for some artists, and it was just a lot of positive things going on. So with that said, God is good, and we just give him glory and praise. I thank him. Again, you know, this was a very, very blessed evening. It's just amazing. I got so much to be thankful for. I wanted to have my mom. I tried to get my mother on the show, but my mom, she wanted to rest, so we didn't.
Okay.
Yeah. It's okay though. You know, I got her. I'm spoiling her rotten. Again, what did Sam say? He said, "Don't take none of that for granted." Kim, Miss Pope hit the nail on the head. Some people that are in negative environments don't understand, will hate when they don't understand our way of thinking.
Amen.
I like that. I like that, Kim. I like that, Kim.
And she
Thank
also,
you, Kim.
she also says, Rodney, keep pushing. Us that know people should be pushing each other, and those that don't know, let's show them if they're willing.
Amen,
brother.
brother. Thank you, Kim. That's Kim Lynch. Kim she's always been there supporting me. I love it. What's this? You're genuine. Oh, that's Kathy. That's Kathy McKnight.
Walter Shepherd says great job.
Walter's my cousin. I love you, man. Thank you, Walter. You've been really supporting us.
It's so many of you all, and we appreciate all of you. And if I skip some of your names, please, I'm not doing it on purpose. It's kind of hard trying to do this and what I'm normally doing behind the scene. This is what I'm normally doing behind the scene. Yeah. So it's a little. Kim,
hello, thank you, darling. When I get a chance, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna talk to you about some things. I have a lot of major things that's going on in the back. And I know you are a network queen as well. You know a lot of people. My son Monte is on. Welcome, Monte. See, this is what happens when we start to go over time. We ain't supposed to be on here that long. But also, let me tell everybody, remember, go to YouTube. Go to YouTube and subscribe. Do me a favor. Put my name in, Rodney Grimes, PTP. See what comes up. I'm telling you, you're going to see what I do. And you're gonna also... Rachel Pope is still on here. Rachel Pope is an amazing artist who's always helping people, always trying to teach people.
Mm-hmm. She's on YouTube as well.
And Rachel, when they get you, what do they look for?
Oh, we talking about a YouTube channel. Just put my name, Rachel Pope.
Okay, all right.
They'll see me.
Okay. Well,
I'll be I'll be on that first page. They can't miss me.
Well, you know what? And let me tell you something else. Oh, who is that? I'm a mentor as well.
Makita, that's Lewis's girlfriend.
Oh yeah, Makita. And let me say, Makita, we appreciate you. Makita's an author who was on the show last week with Mr. Curry. We also had Kim Thornton that was on the author last week as well. I thank all of y'all that came on as guests.
And she wanted you to know that she's a mentor as well, focused on mostly teenage girls.
Okay, so Makita, she is a mentor. So if it's anybody out there that having some young ladies that's having some issues, please get in touch with me. I have some people that I can send your direction. And believe it or not, these people are very, very powerful in their way of giving. And when I say that, they do it unconditionally. They're not looking for anything in return. Of course, we all trying to eat, so we want to be blessed. Right. So sometimes when somebody do you a favor, do a blessing to them. Don't make them have to ask, because they got to eat, they got to keep their lights on and stuff like that. But again, I just want to say thank you for everybody. Remember, PTP, people to people, power to power, power to people. Hey, I know I can get so excited at this time because I'll be wanting to do this for hours and hours. But guess what? When we be loading this down on YouTube, it's a lot of work. All the production that goes into this. And so, we just continue. And I can tell you this. Ellen, Tyler Perry, and Oprah, I'm coming.
You better bet he's coming.
I'm telling you, I keep talking it into. They said put it into the air, and it would manifest. Now, Oprah might be calling me and saying, "Look, Rodney, if you keep saying my name, I'm gonna call the police on you or something." But I don't care. If that's the only way I can get her to call me, then I'm gonna keep saying it. And Tyler Perry, I promise you, as soon as things lift up and everything, we're gonna get production going. You're gonna hear my name. I promise you that. We got a lot of things that's going on. There's a lot of talented people. Felicia Harrison, who's a phenomenal gospel singer. We're gonna be really, really focusing on taking her to a different level. We have Malik Blandon, a businessman, a good friend of mine, a motivator. This gentleman, he has different projects that he's working on. That are available to help people move forward. He also is he's a business owner, and he's a mentor too. He mentors me as well. So with that said, I know that I gotta go feed my mama. My mother probably, you know, she probably listening to me right now and talking about, okay, that's
She says,
enough.
You said
Said
7:30.
I told my mom I'll be finished by 7:30, so I got to make sure she eat.
So here's to each and everybody.
everybody,
Raise your glass.
And we thank you
All
for
of you,
joining
thank
in.
you.
And remember,
We got it.
it's PTP,
People to people.
power to power.
Positive thinking people.
Hey,
Yes. Ding ding.
hey, just listen to this before. I'm playing something. I'm playing something.
There you go. Ooh, that's good.
It's very good.
Talk with me, baby.
Alright. Oh my goodness, somebody posted Marquita. Oh, okay. Marquita posted her mental health awareness is www.justdreaming. I can't hardly see it. Just Dream. I can't hardly see it, but she's posted it there if you all want to check it out.
Yes.
There's a lot of great talent here, right here in the DMV. Let's keep them here.
Yeah, we going out with a little baby girl.
Baby girl.
Yeah,
Going out with a little baby girl.
Baby
yeah,
girl.
that's my daughter.
Nneka Lynn.
Oh my God.
If you don't tell me who I am, don't care what you say. Don't wanna be up, so I don't play. Don't wanna live my life no more. If you don't tell me
Can you hear?
who I am, don't care what you say. Don't wanna be up, so I don't play. People say that I'm too smart to do those things I do, but I didn't have the same choices as you. Cause I do this and I do that. In fact, it's fact, I am a bad girl. That's what they say. Bad girl. Don't wanna live my life no more. If you
People to
don't
people.
tell me
Power to
Power to
power.
power. Positive thinking people.